Hello everybody, welcome to Poli Games. I'm your host Joseph. Today we're going to be talking about the Microsoft conference and most of all talk about the Xbox Scorpio, which is called the Xbox One X. And right off the bat, I have to say if I mess up the name, I'm sorry. With that said, going into it, my expectations rather high. I wanted this conference to be Microsoft that has learned from their mistakes previously. I wanted them to talk about Game Pass, backwards compatibility. I wanted them to talk about a roadmap, and I wanted to see a Xbox Scorpio that was below $500. And I saw all of those things. Right? I saw a slew of games, 42, a matter of fact. They talked about Game Pass. They showed and launched or are launching original Xbox games backwards compatibility. That's awesome. They called it OG Xbox, which is fantastic. And we have a $499 Scorpio, so why am I still not sold? Hell, I even think the conference overall wasn't too bad. It was pretty average, 7, 8. If I had to give it to a scale of 1 to 10, it was pretty good. So what was the problem here? And the thing is, it's how they sold the Scorpio. First off, the name. The name is difficult. Not just because it's going to be hard for casuals to kind of distinguish between the two, but also just it feels and sounds so much like Xbox One X, sounds like Xbox One S, and when you get to the casual families, they're not going to know the difference. They're going to get confused. Kotaku made a great article about it that delves deeper into that, and as a person from retail, I know that horror all too well. And so right off the bat, the name sucks. I'm sorry, it does. But that's not the worst thing. And see, they showed 42 games here, and not one of them said this is the reason why you're buying an Xbox One X. There was not one game that said I'm only able to play on an Xbox machine, ergo you need to get this system because it looks the best here. Nothing showed that. Every single game, like games like Metro Last Light, or Metro Exodus, I'm sorry, looked great. Assassin's Creed Origins looks fantastic. But we know those games are coming out on other systems, are coming out on PC, are coming out on the PlayStation brand. There's nothing here to tell us why we need to buy this console at launch. And that's the biggest problem here, is this thing launches, I believe, November 7th, and there's really no game that says this is why you're buying this console, and you can't get this experience anywhere else. They showed a lot of pretty games and a lot of cool looking games, a lot of indie games, a real big focus on indie, and with various different art styles, which I guess on the Xbox One X are gonna look beautiful, but I'm not going to buy a $500 machine just for Ori and the Whisper, or the Will of the Wisps, right? I'm not going to buy a $500 console for that machine. I would be buying it for the game Anthem by EA that looks like a cross between Iron Man meets Lost Planet meets Avatar, but that's not an Xbox exclusive either. Now that you have a $500 console, again, Sony has a great opportunity of taking the PlayStation 4 Pro and dropping it by $50 so that when the holiday season comes out, you have, okay, I can buy this thing for $350, it'll give me somewhat 4K, or I could buy this thing for $500, that'll give me 4K. Yes, the 4K one, it looks a lot nicer, and yes, it's true 4K, but for the money, I could also go out and buy a couple of games on top of this system alone. People vote with their wallet. You know, that's why Vizio is the #1 TV brand in the United States, is because it's cheap. It gets the job done. It gets the most bang for your buck. It's not the most beautiful television out there, but it gets the job done. And as a consumer, you have to think about that. And I feel like, again, Microsoft fell. And it sucks. It really does, because, guys, at the moment, I play my games majoritively on the Xbox console, right? Most of the time, I'm playing games on my Xbox. I want Microsoft to do well. I want them to succeed because, again, strong competition breeds strong and excellent games where everybody wins. We didn't see anything here that said you have to get a Scorpio. You have to get a One X. right? There is nothing here to say that. And I understand that Microsoft at the end of the day expects to sell more Xbox Ones than One X's. I understand that. But the Xbox One X market is so important because that's where the diehard fans are. The people that care and are hardcore gamers, the people that are going to buy more than 6 games a year, you want them on your console. They're going to be your free advertisement, and you didn't do it, unfortunately. And this is not a question of being a fanboy. I co-host a Xbox podcast, and I'm saying that what we saw here is not the knockout punch that we should have seen, because we know tomorrow night Sony's gonna get on stage and they're gonna show us at least 6 reasons why you need to buy a PlayStation 4 Pro, and the names and those 6 things are God of War, Days Gone, Last of Us 2, Bloodborne 2, right? Uncharted, Lost Legacy, Detroit Becoming Human, Spider-Man. Again, a little extra for you. Xbox, what do you got? Unfortunately, the answer is not enough. You know, Xbox didn't do enough to sell me on this system. State of Decay 2 didn't do it. Why am I gonna? I could play that just fine on my my Xbox One S I already have. You know, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds again isn't gonna look all pretty at 4K. You know, they showed a lot of these games that whatever. You know, they're either small indie games that aren't going to look as beautiful in 4K as you would want a AAA game to do. And those AAA games that are really beautiful, you could get them anywhere else. There was no first-party IP that said, here's the reason why you're coming aboard. So, with that said, I did enjoy this conference. I'll make another video maybe down the week as to why, what I liked about it, rather. And with that said, everybody, if you like this video and you have your thoughts about the Xbox One X, let me know in the comments down below. This is just my opinion. Again, I'm an Xbox gamer. I play all the systems, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, stick in a hoop, hoop in a stick, whatever that case may be. We here at Poli Games, we love talking about games. We play everything here, and I love E3. Just sometimes, you know, you get some low points. But with that said, I want to know your thoughts on the Xbox One X. Is it a system seller for you? Are you getting it day one? Are you saying pass altogether? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, I'm sorry I'm all greasy. I'm sorry, you look like I'm sweating. That's because I am. It is 90 degrees here, and at the same time, my central air decided it was going to break in the middle or the beginning of the day. So this is like the second shirt today. It's been horrible. With that said, everybody, you expect the Bethesda conference if I'm alive to tell the tale. Everybody, have a great day, and I hope you're enjoying E3 as much as I am. Have a good one. Keep your wits about you.